It's Jamila with Jewel Beauty and Wellness, and today I want to talk to you about lock extensions or lock repair. Now I wanted to show you this because these are extensions. Can't tell, can you? Right? Well, the point is for it to look natural. And if you look really close, what I did was reattach the client's own lock, so then the texture already matches. However, the way I attached it, look how close this is, and we'll focus. See how close that is? You still don't see a whole bunch of anything, because the way that we did it was to wrap the hair away from the scalp, because if I put it right to the scalp, it'll look really cheesy and fake. So I attached it 1.5 inches away from the scalp. So then when I palm roll it, if you look at these, see, when you palm roll it, all of that disappears. And the lock is not perfect because hair doesn't lock perfectly. See how there's a little play, a little variation in the natural lock? So when I wrap the lock extension where I connected it, it's a little bit of variation so that when I palm roll it, it's going to unify with the rest of the lock. So the way I attached this was to braid the end of her loose hair onto the end of her loose lock. When you cut locks open, a lot of times it frays at the end, kind of spreads open like this, you know, like jazz hands. Pretend I have a manicure, but it spreads open like jazz hands, and that hair that's loose, that's the part that I attach. And I braid that together, and then I take a piece of the loose hair and wrap it around the braid. Nothing perfect, nothing formal. So if you look really, really closely, you might be able to see some of that, but not a lot of it. And it's going to completely disappear once I palm roll it. Then I stitched it with natural thread. I shouldn't say natural thread. With regular thread. See? Needle and thread. Look how fine this strand is. So that when I weave it in and out of the lock, it completely disappears, and then it's going to get wrapped into it with the lock maintenance. Do not use weaving thread. Look how thick this is. It's going to look horrible. Never use weaving thread for lock extensions or for lock repair. I use regular thread. Needle and thread, see? So these are just a couple of tips. Another couple of things that'll help you is to know, once you do locks regularly, you'll kind of know what size parting to make for the size of the lock, because you don't want a giant part in a skinny lock or a skinny part, a small section, and then a giant lock. So those are some things that you'll learn as you do more starter locks and more maybe braid styles to kind of see how much hair is needed for each parting. I kind of had I cheated a little bit because I remember the size of her parts before she took her locks out the first time. So that kind of helped me in knowing what size. And then now I can actually gauge the size of the lock from the size of the part, but that'll only come with time and practice and clients. So feel free to subscribe. I give lots of really great educational tips on natural hair care. Write me back, send in your questions, and you have a hair question, I can make you a video for it and answer your question. So hope to see you soon.